Hey everyone, Mitch coming in with Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I'm telling you, don't buy these cards yet. Don't buy them yet, because just hold off for a little bit, because Ravnica Remastered apparently is going to be coming out in January, and there's a lot of crazy good cards from Ravnica. Let me read real quick. Characters and stories spanning 13 Magic sets across 16 years, Ravnica Remastered will be available in stores January 12th, 2024, bringing amazing reprints and collectible favorites to a unique drafting experience all of its own. So yes, some amazing reprints again, apparently across 13 sets. Wow, that's a lot. Anyways, let's jump into the cards that you should not be buying right now, but wait. When this set comes out, those prices will tank. Then pick them up. Now, prices do fluctuate. I do want to mention that prices do fluctuate, and with some of these cards being spoiled already, some of the prices have already gone down in anticipation of the set coming out. Others might tank even further once the actual set does come out, depending again on how popular the remastered set is. Regardless, let's jump into the most expensive one. Again, according to Moxfield's sorter, essentially, Bruvek, the one Grandiloquent, that's a hard name to say. Of course, I had to start off with a really hard name, is a very, very, very cool commander. I believe it has never seen an actual reprint, like official reprint. Jumpstart is when it came out, and I think that was underprinted for some reason. It was like in that weird time when... the printing was just strange and there wasn't enough, and I don't even know. There's other sets coming out at the same time. I don't know. It was a very strange thing, and so, yeah, this very, very good mill commander, and again, mill card, the 99 of a deck, is, let's just read real quick. A 1/4 human advisor for 3 mana total in blue. If an opponent would mill one or more cards, they mill twice the many cards instead. So, yeah, essentially, if you're playing any kind of a mill deck, I don't want to say auto-include, but... yeah, I mean, if you could just put it in the deck, you probably want it. I mean, not a self-mill deck, because it doesn't double your own mill for yourself, but when you're milling opponents, doubling that up is quite good. It also comes with certain things, so yeah, as a commander, it is crazy good, and also as a card of the 99 for a mill deck, it is a crazy good card. So crazy good that it's $33.18, again, because the supply is low and the demand is high. Apparently a lot of mill players out there. That being said, again, with this reprint, I expect that price to tank quite a bit. Finally, with an actual reprint, we shall see how much, though. Next up, you know this one. Cyclonic Rift. Yes, a card from Ravnica. I think originally from Return to Ravnica. This one is crazy good in a format known as Commander. Ever heard of it? Instant for 1 and a blue. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand. Now, if it was just that, this would be pretty terrible, but it's not. Because it has overload for 6 in a blue, meaning that basically you bounce everything your opponents control and nothing that you control at instant speed for just 7 mana. I say everything, that doesn't include lands though, but still. Basically a one-sided instant speed board wipe that is flexible again in case you need to just cast it for 2, you can. Yeah, Commander kind of defines this card, or this card kind of defines Commander, whatever it is. $26 is the cheapest version of this currently. That will go down. We have seen some reprints of this over the years, not too many really though. So yeah, seeing this price go down a little bit might make it more affordable for you. Probably never going to be budget for me though. That's okay though. Moving on, Karla the Ghost Council. A commander that actually I don't think this has seen a reprint. Let me know in the comments below. I mean, I'm not counting like actual like secret layers or like, oh, it's in the list. I mean like an actual full-fledged reprint in an actual set. C15, I believe is when this came out. A 2/2 Spirit Advisor for 2 mana in Orzhov. Whenever you gain life, you get 2 counters on it. By paying Orzhov colors, remove 6 counters from it and exile target creature. A pretty cool life gain commander, as well as one that says, hey, you know what? If I'm in a life gain deck, you can just make this absurdly large, take opponents out with that, and also take their creatures out very, very cheaply. So yeah, $18, that must have a very low supply to have a price tag of that, magnitude. Moving on, Liliana, Dreadhorde General. When a creature control dies, draw a card. Crazy good effect just right then and there. For 6 loyalty, 6 mana Planeswalker, +1, create 2 black summon creature token, -4 each player sacrifice 2 creatures, -9, each opponent choose a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. Basically, just you win the game because, again, it does not specify, non-land. So, yeah, your opponents have 1 of everything. Good for you. You're 1 land. See how that goes for you. If you don't win from there, That's on you, okay? Anyways, $17 right here. Yeah, that's quite expensive. Again, that should drop a little bit. Moving on, Breeding Pool. I'm just going to use this one shock land to kind of represent them all, though I might scroll through the other ones. Really quick, Breeding Pool. Yeah, a crazy good land. Forest Island, right there already. It's like, hey, yeah, if you got like a Farseek or any kind of a tutor that says, hey, go get like a forest, this can go get that, which is lovely. Enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life if you don't enter the battlefield tapped. So yeah, it's a shock land because it deals 2 damage to you. And yeah, being able to have your land in the battlefield untapped is quite good in many formats. Yeah, good in Commander. There's definitely, it depends on, you know, your power level that you're playing at, essentially. I personally wouldn't be like, yeah, I gotta go spend $17 on a shock land. But if you're waiting for these to drop in price, this should do the trick and drop it quite a bit. $60 for this one. Sacred Foundry, apparently also expensive. We're probably just going to go through a couple of those. Blood Crypt. I won't go through them all, but yeah, just know that all of them, I believe, are receiving a reprint in this remastered set. So there you go. Next up, not LSR the Elfstone. I mean, that is the kind of redone version of it, but Cloudstone Curio. That's the actual card that is getting reprinted. Artifact for 3 mana. Whenever a non-artifact permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may return another permanent you control that shares a permanent type with it to its owner's hand. Basically, well, an absurd combo engine. Yes, because there's plenty of ways to combo off with this, including with things that are like, hey, yeah, cast something for free, like Corvold. Not Corvold. Rog. I don't know why I said Corvold. Rog. Rograk, or other 0-mana kobold-type creatures, or other creatures that maybe give you mana when you cast them, or something like that, essentially. There's ways to go infinite with this, plenty of ways, and even if you're not doing that, you just be able to bounce them back to your hand and play it again to get its ETB is pretty crazy. So yeah, $15 for this kind of a card should drop quite a bit, hopefully. Next up, Lord of the Void. I didn't realize this one got this expensive, actually. $13.53 right now. 7/7 Flying Demon for 7 mana in total. Whenever deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library, put a creature card from the battlefield under your control. Yeah, I didn't realize that this was actually that expensive. It's a pretty cool card. Oh, it's from Dragon's Maze. Is that what it is? Is that Dragon's Maze? I don't remember. Oh, that's Gatecrash? I don't remember if that one's Gatecrash or I think it's Dragon's Maze. No, that's Gatecrash. Anyways, this is a cool effect, but again, one that is on a mythic. And yeah, Demon Tribal's got more and more popular over the years. But yeah, with a reprint, that should drop it down quite a bit. Next up, Wizards, you knew what you were doing when you made this card. You thought you were being sneaky, but I mean, maybe you didn't. $11.25. Yeah, there's a reason why this is so expensive. It is a card that is good in, I'm not going to say every green deck, but many green decks. Hey, do you have a green deck that's got a lot of creatures in it? No, really? Yeah, it's a good card. Enchantment for 4 mana. Whenever a non-token creature is battlefield under control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature control or creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. Basically, hey, did you play a creature in Commander? Cool. Draw a card, because you're playing a singleton format, so you're not going to match up on names. Unless you've got like a Shadowborn Apostle deck, then that doesn't work. Don't include this in that deck. Unless you only have like 3 Shadowborn Apostles, which would be pointless. Anyways, this is a card that is just basically, hey, massive draw engine in green. Green already has a lot of massive draw engines, but this one's a very, very, very good one. $11, we'll see if that price drops quite a bit. Next up, Teferi Time Raveler, a crazy good Planeswalker. That maybe cause some problems in other formats, but yeah, it's fine in Commander. And for 4 mana, Teferi, 4 loyalty, 3 mana in Azorius. Each opponent casts spells. Only time they cast a sorcery shuts down your opponent's playing instance or anything on your turn. Lovely. +1 until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells with delayed flash. -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, enchantment into its owner's hand. Draw a card. Yeah, that's quite good. Quite good. $10. Yeah, if you've got a Planeswalker deck, a Super Friends deck, definitely be considering this one. Or you just want to shut down your opponents for fun. Next up, Karn, the Great Creator. Speaking of shutting down your opponents, 5 loyalty Karn for 4 mana. Activate as artifact your opponent's control can't be activated. Yeah, this goes with, what is it, Mycosynth Lattice, essentially, and just shuts down your opponents from doing anything. As it turns everything into an artifact, then your opponent's lands can even tap for mana. +1 to your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact comes an artifact creature power toughness equal to its converted mana cost. -2, you can choose an artifact card you own from outside the game, or an exile, reveal a card and put in your hand. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the rules committee does not like outside the game. That does not exist in Commander. It doesn't exist. So wish cards like this don't work, or this function of it doesn't work. That being said, still a pretty good card even without that. $10. There you go. Next up, Dragon players rejoice. Udvara Hellkite. Now going to be hopefully more budget friendly. $10.58. 6/6 Flying Dragon for 8 mana. But again, in your Dragon deck, you're going to get that down for a lot less, right? At least 1 mana less with Dragon. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, you get a 6/6 red dragon creature with flying. So, yeah, basically, hey, every single turn in your Dragon tribal deck, you are doubling up the number of creatures you have. And again, every single time you're doing that, it's not like, oh, you just get like a 1/1. No. You get a 6/6 flying dragon. Gross. Yeah, this is absurd, especially with extra combat. Very, very, very good. Next up, Dark Confidant. $10.48 for a 2/1 human wizard for 2 mana. Beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card in your hand. You lose life, you'll just convert it at cost. This is a card that's very, 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 very good in other formats. Nickname Bob, I believe. In Modern, it's very, very good. I actually don't know if it's all that good anymore. I haven't kept up with Modern. With its price tag, you'd expect that to be. I mean, in Commander, it's still good. It's not going to see as much play, again, as in other formats, but still a good card. Yeah, $11 with a reprint now. I'm scrolling past. Look, Temple Garden. There you go. Shockland. Crypt Ghast. Here we go. This is a 2/2 spirit with Extort for 4 mana in total. Whenever you tap a swamp for mana, add black to your mana pool. A reminder that reminder text does not count toward the actual mana identity, color identity for a card. So again, although there is an Orzhov mana symbol on this card, it is in reminder text. So that means, hey, you can still play this in any deck that doesn't include white as well. So like you can play this in a mono black deck if you want. So there you go. So yeah, this is basically double up your swamps, a crazy good thing. And on top of that, hey, cool, you get Extort on top of that, which is lovely. Even if it didn't have that, they would still see this much play probably. $10, double up your swamps, mono black decks, absolutely love it. Moving on, lots of shocklands. Court of Calling, not a shockland. $9.11 instant for X green. Convoke as well. Search the library for a creature card, convert mana, cost extra less on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Yeah, go tutor out any creature out of your deck for very cheap, maybe even free if you've got enough creatures in play to just tap them, to just cast this. Yeah, crazy good card for a lot of value, and also could be a potential finisher. Yeah, go get your... Yeah, go get, I mean, whatever kind of... I was going to name a multitude of things. Blightsteel Colossus, whatever you want to go get, and just win with that. So yeah, $9, that will drop it down quite a bit, probably. Moving on, Hellkite Tyrant, a very fun and weird card. 6/5 Flying Trampling Dragon for 6 mana. Deals combination to a player. Gain control of artifacts the player controls. Okay, fun for you. Maybe not fun for that player over there who's playing their Brea deck and like, oh, my artifacts, no! You stole them all. And also, by the way, on top of that, beginning of your upkeep, you control 20 more artifacts. You win the game! Because that's the thing. So yeah, this stays in play and you stole enough artifacts or you made enough artifacts. And again, it doesn't say like artifacts you don't own. So you could just like make a bunch of treasures these days, which is quite easy to do. You just win. So alternative win condition. Oh, we accidentally went to... I just accidentally scrolled over yet another Shockland. There you go, Godless Shrine. So yeah, anyways, Hellkite Tyrant. And then finally, another one that I want to highlight. Again, there's a lot of value, it seems like, in this remastered set. Life in the Loam, a very good card. Yeah, can do some pretty crazy things in some formats, even in certain commander decks out there. I'm talking about you, Alec, and your Hogak deck. A $7 sorcery for 2 mana in total. Return up to 3 target land cards from your grave to your hand. On top of that, dredge 3. So yeah, basically you can replace your draw from this side of your graveyard, getting it back in your hand, and milling 3 cards, which in a self-mill deck, they love that. Yeah, a very good card. There's a lot of good cards. Again, I'm just going to scroll through a couple more real quick. I mean, I said I was going to be done, but Protean Hulk. Yeah, there you go. Another one. Physics Mastery. Infernal Tutor. Lots of good ones. Rakdos Lord Riots. Nicol Bolas Dragon God, apparently. All these getting reprints. Divine Visitation. A lot of reprints, so we shall see. Again, do not buy these cards yet. They will be reprinted. But now as this episode is coming to a close, it's time for me to hear from you in the comments below. So let me know what cards you are most excited about that have been shown for the Return to Ravnica. I just said Return to Ravnica. Ravnica Remastered, there we go. Set coming out in January. Again, let me know what you're most excited about. Let me know which prices you think are going to tank the most. What cards have you been waiting for to be reprinted and finally have? So let me know in the comments below. Make sure you check out that card list link in the description below for the cards talked about in this episode and more. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.